So I want to say an official welcome to everybody. We have lots of good friends on attending, and I hope that we'll have some more attendees just kind of dropping in as they're able to log in and go through the process after clicking the registration for the GoToWebinar. But welcome to our monthly members-only live web class. Today is special because this live web class is not just for the class, Volume Mastery Online, but we invited lash artists from all over the world who are not currently taking course with us to join us because we have some extra fun in store for you. Okay, that's me. I put an avatar up because I do not have a really beautiful picture of me at the moment, but you know what? It's on the to-do list for 2015. I'm going to do it. And this is my very good friend, Kelly Paull. If we could all do virtual applause. Everyone applaud. Kelly, can you hear it? The crowd's going wild. They're so excited to meet you. Kelly is a social media badass. She teaches people how to understand and navigate Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all of those things with confidence and speed and strategy, and she's just amazing. She's a good friend. We actually mastermind together along with a couple of other good friends. We have spoken at live conferences together, and then this is the first time that we're ever doing a live web call or webinar together, so a first for us.
Well, let me just take 1 second and say about that picture. Let's just be honest, Jill, that up until recently I didn't have any decent pictures. I was constantly cropping out the arm and the hand over my shoulder. And
that's why I use Bitmoji.
I owe you a debt of gratitude because I'm sure all the lovely lash ladies here have noticed my volume lashes in that picture. Those pictures would have been dreadful without your lashes. And then also Michelle Baus, who is here as a guest, flew in to do my makeup. So I felt like a total superstar. And I'm wearing a sweater and a
Wait a minute,
scarf.
Kelly, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing sweat is what I'm wearing. Who brings a sweater to Arizona for her photo shoot? But anyway. So thank you very much, but I appreciate it. We're up in the brand. We're up in the brand. We're growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what 2015 is all about, guys. So with Volume Mastery Online, with Kelly's courses that she conducts, and just how we interact with all of our people that we're, walking through life with on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, we're trying to just up our game and share great tips with each other. So I hope that you find it very beneficial. The whole theme about today is to share really cool tricks and some hot tips on how to make your marketing images really work for you. Not just taking a picture of pretty before and after lashes, but to do something special, to do something engaging, and we've got the best of the best with us here today. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to talk about quite a few different things, but let me go ahead and give the control over to Kelly. And Kelly, I'd love you just to dive in if that's okay.
All right. Well,
all right. Give me 2 seconds to...
Like, oh my God, you're going to give me controls, and I need to make sure that my screen...
This is really hard for me because I am a control girl.
I know, Jill. Well, thank you. We've taken our relationship to a new level.
Make presenter. There we are.
I think I see it. Okay. So you guys make sure and let Jill know in the well, so Jill, can you see the chat box? Because I just want them to let us know with hands up, I guess.
That they can see the chat box. I can see the chat box, yes, but I cannot see questions now. So,
all right. So just a super quick second to let Jill know that you can see and hear me. We're going to do this throughout the presentation because Jill and I have each not only conducted our own presentations, but been on presentations of other people where things are rolling around just great. Everything's going wonderful. The presentation's awesome. And then all of a sudden, there's a tech glitch and people can't see or hear. And so we are determined that's not happening to us today, but we're going to just be a little paranoid about it and just double check. So just making sure you guys can see what I consider to be a hilarious image.
That is hysterical. And we all know it's little boys who have the best eyelashes anyway. Like
exactly. I just love this little kid. I love his face. So if you guys can see my screen right now, then I'm going to go ahead and...
So instead of in the questions box, if someone will just type in the chat box,
let me know if you guys...
Whether you're seeing Kelly's screen just fine. Kel, you're going to have to take a look.
Okay. Well, then we have to go out. Okay, I see a couple hands, so I'm going to assume.
Oh, great. Okay.
Those are not from before, but.
Oh, you can lower everyone's hands.
Oh, I can put their hands down. Oh my God, the control, Jill, is awesome. Put your hands down, people. Okay, so everybody's hands are down. Hopefully you're seeing and hearing me. And we're going to go into presentation mode and get this kind of amped up. Let's get this party started here. So if you're in Jill's class right now, then you have already gotten this presentation that Jill had me do for you guys, which was to pump up the volume with Pinterest, specifically for Lash Artists. So we're going to scroll through these real quick because these are not new to you, but if you're a guest with us today, I want you to really pay attention to all the things that Jill's going to show you, but also she really works hard to bring in other people to help elevate what you have going on. So I taught the gals some stuff about Pinterest, and today we're going to start talking about your visual brand. Now, I don't know how to get that to go down. Sorry, guys, I have this popping up. Oh, Jill.
We don't see anything. We just see your screen. So whatever you're seeing.
Because I have a little thing that just popped up that said leave webinar. You can either end the webinar for everyone or you can leave the webinar.
Because don't do that.
If you can't see that and you can't see the GoToWebinar control panel covering everything, then I'm going to keep going.
Nope, we see just your screen.
Perfect. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here at this point, but that's okay. So I had gone a little bit on and on about the before and after images that are awesome for your industry and important, but there were some things that I didn't like about the images that I was seeing. So some varied skin tones, images that didn't have watermarks, images that had unreadable watermarks, and then of course the images that were completely over photoshopped. Now if you're using Pinterest for your business, which you really should be, I'm going to talk to you about Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram today. But I feel like if you're not using the visual aspect of social media to your benefit, then there's really going to be a problem. So I think what Jill's going to do is she's going to show you real quick something inside of PicMonkey that's going to further expound on my issues with all the before and after, not all the before and after pictures, many of the before and after pictures I see coming out of your industry.
Okay, I just unmuted myself. Yeah, if you want, you can give the control back over and I can take them to PicMonkey. I'll write in the chat box the link. It's super easy. It's free.
Okay, Jill, I have a problem. Like it's not letting me go out, and I'm afraid if I push escape, I'm gonna.
No, don't do anything. Just go ahead, and I will.
Can you take control back from me?
Yeah. Can you click on the attendee?
No, I can't because I'm in this presentation mode, which is now telling me why everyone that I ever see do this doesn't do it in presentation mode.
Kelly's on a Mac and I'm on a PC, so sometimes when she talks about like her, key phrases, I go, "Ooh, what lingo are you speaking? You're speaking that."
So I can go backwards in my presentation, but I can't get out of it.
Okay. Well,
okay, so let me just
on your control panel.
I did it.
Okay,
I
see,
took a leap of faith.
you're awesome.
All right, so I'm giving you a call back.
Okay, great.
Did you get it?
Let's see if I did.
And we're going to stay.
No, I didn't get it yet. You have to right-click my name.
Well, when you asked for it, it gave me a... Jill, it's not letting me click on anything. Okay. Not to be outdone.
All right, there I am.
Oh, nope, there you go.
Okay, fantastic. Can you guys see the words in the snow? If you can, go ahead and raise your hand. All right, fantastic. So passing the helm back and forth.
We'll get the hang of it, sorry.
Yeah, probably like 10 minutes into it. Probably 55 minutes into it, yeah. All right, so I'm going to leave this screen, and you guys will see my desktop here, and I'm just going to take you to PicMonkey. PicMonkey, if you see my screen, guys, you see the words in the snow, cool tricks, hot tips. This is an image that I put on my Facebook. I also put it into the presentation that we're doing today so that it's familiar to you. But what we were talking about with Kelly real quick, and the reason why she handed over the helm, is that we can use PicMonkey to do a nice version, an easy version of editing facial features or blemishes, acne scars, sunspots, wrinkles, the dreaded wrinkles, maybe stray eyebrow hairs that haven't been plucked, without doing anything to Photoshop your beautiful lash work, because you want that to be exactly as it is. You have to realistically present yourself to your potential customers. And when we go crazy whole hog making all of the facial features look like wax museum people, nobody looks that poreless and perfect, but you can do it gently with PicMonkey. You can actually, I'll show you a picture real quick. Here's a before and after. Up in the right-hand corner is my clients before. This picture was taken a long time ago, a little over a year ago, when I began studying volume lashing. Actually, I think this is the picture in my All-American, True American volume as well. But you see the before picture, and then you see the after picture in the lower left. And I really didn't perfect her. I didn't polish her up to the point where she looks like, you know, like she's on the cover of a magazine and she's been photoshopped to all get out. But I really just wanted to take away a couple of little maybe blemishes here and there, you know, minimize a couple of pores. There was a couple of stray eyebrow hairs that I wanted to just go ahead and take it out of the picture. And the reason being is I wanted my client to be proud when she sees that I share her pictures on Facebook, because she's going to see those. She's not only a fan of my business, but she's a fan of my business page as well. She's one of my Facebook friends. And when I post a picture, I want her to go, oh, that's me. Those are my beautiful lashes. And I don't want her to shrink in horror and say, oh my gosh, you're showing all my crow's feet or my wrinkles or what have you. So it's super easy in PicMonkey to do that stuff. All you have to do is you have to open up a picture, and I'll open up a picture from my computer, and I'll just show you one or two little things. It's no biggie. I'm not going to go through the whole process of editing, but I'll just show you how simple it is. PicMonkey, PicMonkey.com, and it is so fun to use, and it's free. There is a paid version of it as well, but the paid version, I have to tell you, is not. You can get your run for your money big time out of the free version, I would say. Wouldn't you agree, Kelly? She probably muted herself.
I totally agree. If you have never used PicMonkey before, I would just recommend getting in there and playing around with it. You may decide that you want the advanced features, and if you do, they're they're not very expensive. They're like $30 for the year, I think. So, but yeah, definitely tons you can do in there without it.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of extra cool fonts that you would get, and maybe the capability to do a couple little fancy pieces of footwork. But almost everything basic that you can do that I'm showing you here, everything is doable on the free version of PicMonkey. So here we go. I pulled up the same picture that I showed you in the slide deck, and this is my same model, Megan. And right over here on the left-hand side of the screen is our PicMonkey editor. I'm going to make sure you see my whole screen. I hope that opens up the view just a little bit better so that you can now see the whole screen. Down the left-hand side, there's some icons. The top one, wouldn't you know, the phone would ring. Yeah, it'll click over to voicemail because I can't reach it. So the top one is for basic edits like cropping and resizing, and then we go into effects and touch-up. And you can use special effects, but you can also use touch-up. I'm going to call up touch-up, and I'm going to show you just a couple of really, really fast things. Without touching the lashes, my very, very favorite tool of all, you would think it would be blemish fix, right? It's not. It's wrinkle remover. I love wrinkle remover on PicMonkey. It actually does a better job of erasing blemishes, if you ask me, than the blemish removing feature. Now, my mouse is changed to an open circle. That's my brush, and I'm going to just open up my brush size just a little bit, and you can see me clicking on the image. And I'm not so much erasing and making waxy, but I'm just taking out a couple of things that, gosh, you know, maybe my client wouldn't want to have all her friends and family know that she had a bit of a breakout, or maybe she forgot to pluck those straight eyebrow hairs, right? So you can do a couple of little things like this without going overboard, without making her look like Madame Tussauds wax figure version of herself. We want our clients in our galleries and our pictures that we post on social media and on our websites to look real. They're real women. You're giving real solutions to those real women, and you don't want them to think, oh, well, that's a stock photo, or I purchased that photo. So you can see, and then all you have to do is save your picture. You can save it by clicking save it to your computer, and then you can put it right on Facebook or Instagram or any of those things. So hope that you find that little tip easy. And don't forget, though, before you save your picture, to put a watermark on, guys, because we're just kind of crazy how easy it is to put a watermark and how easy it is for everyone who doesn't have a watermark on their pictures to get their pictures lifted and used by someone else. So we would just use the butterfly icon here, which is called overlays. I'm going to add my own, which is my logo. And you need the logo in a special format, and Kelly's going to talk to you about that special format here.
Yeah, the good news, Jill, is, again, you know, saving time, and it's hard for people sometimes to watch a tutorial in a webinar.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've recorded it click by click, also written instructions for everybody, and you guys will get a link to grab that at the end, along with all my slides from this presentation. So rather than showing everyone and have everyone being like, wait, stop, oh wait, what did she do there? They have the video, they can start it and stop it and do it alongside. But yes, you know, not even just your before and afters need watermarking, but some of these other fun images that you're going to be making for your business can also have watermarking to avoid some of the theft that goes on, but also really to brand yourself and to get your name out there. And you know, if someone loves the image enough and they share it, then they have your information to get back to you. So yeah.
The thing is that we do want people to share our images on social media, but we want to have credit for having created the art behind the image, or perhaps even the photograph itself. So just like a photographer would want to have credits for taking that beautiful picture, we do need to. So I just placed my image right there on the lashes. Instead of coloring it black like it normally was, I used my color slider, to make it kind of a very light gray. And then I use the fade bar, normally would look very solid like that, to just make it as unobtrusive as possible, but to show that there's a brand there on that picture. So if I'm happy with that picture and I'm happy with my watermark, I can then save it to the computer and I can take it anywhere I want to Facebook, to Instagram, to my website, wherever I want, to my blog. There's so many great things that you can do with these cool marketing images. So let me give the helm back over to Kelly, and we'll let her show us some more way cool stuff.
Okay. So let me get it. All right, I should be back up for you guys. So yeah, so the before and after images, you guys now are going to be experts in how to do that. And we're going to try out the presentation mode one more time because I live on the edge like that. And I think this looks better, like my little sliders. So we talked also about, attracting your dream client, and hopefully you have an idea of who it is you're trying to attract with your images and your marketing. But I want to just point out that you can accidentally be attracting the wrong people if your marketing is wrong, if you're not sure if you have an ideal client, if you're trying to throw things out there for, anybody, any woman is my client. No, as you guys well know, you're a luxury service and you want women coming to you who already know they want it, they already have their wallet open, they are searching for the best, they are searching for you. So that's why your marketing images really matter, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So if you're just contributing to the noise out there, you don't want your marketing to be just one more thing that looks just like someone else's. And I'm just here to tell you that there's a better way. And Jill, I know, has some super fun things that she's going to show you in a minute too. But we just want to show you some engaging ways to really amp up that visual brand. I'm Kelly Paull, the owner of Directly Successful, and I teach smart marketing to smart women in plain English. So I am so excited to be here with you guys, and let's just talk about how you can take one image, and it's an image that is copyright free. So that means you've either taken the image yourself or you have gotten it from a copyright free site, but you have also looked into what attributions need to be given, or if the person who owns the image has said that you can alter the image. And I'm going to tell you that I use a place called 123rf.com, and we're going to hop now over to PicMonkey again, and I'm going to show you how I took one image that I purchased from 123rf and put it into PicMonkey and changed it up several different ways. And 123rf, I think I maybe paid $1 for this picture. So when you can find an image that you really like and you can use in more ways than one, you're really getting a lot of bang for your buck. So here we are at PicMonkey.com, and you're going to choose design, and you're going to choose custom. And you can make this any size you want, but I a lot of times just leave it at this super large size, and I choose make it. Okay, and then at this point, you have saved that image, either your own image or another copyright-free image, to your desktop or to your computer somewhere, and you're going to go ahead and open it. Now, what this is doing, right now we have one layer here. So just picture a piece of paper, and now we're going to be sticking a picture on top of that paper. And in just a second, I'll show you why. So I've gone ahead and uploaded the image. I've, up in the text, put myself a little reminder of all the different things I want to show you to do with this image. But so when yours comes in, it'll be small like this. And what I do is I go up to the corner and you start dragging it out. When you have a high resolution image, you can see it's not getting pixelated. It's pulling out just lovely. It's beautiful. And this is a really big image we have right here. So since I chose that really large area to put my image, I can move it all around. If you just load the image by itself, you're not going to be able to move it around like this. Okay, so that's a little important tip. Now, the very first thing I'm going to show you guys, just disregard my notes up there. I do things like this because I'm getting old and I have no memory. Anyway, so let's say you have this image and you want to use most of her, but you want to use this area over here to write something, and you're feeling like, gosh, I wish I could stretch this out, but ooh, every time I stretch it, it makes her even bigger. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you a real quick little tip on how to increase this space over here without it looking odd or weird or like you added a square and then colored it. So you can just right-click on the picture and duplicate the overlay. They're calling this an overlay because we've added it on top of our other little piece of paper here. Then you're just going to choose this option here, which is the little flip option. We're going to flip her to the other side and move this across. Now, do you see what I just did there? I gave myself, oh, it's a little not straight. This will drive Jill crazy. No, I don't want to delete. I want to move. Stop. Click off of it when it's being wonky like that. You just click off of it and come right back in. Choose it, and even if it's still off a little bit, that's okay because I'm going to show you something else that we're going to do. But I can kind of see a little line there. Now, if you do this wrong and you overlay it too much, it's going to show more of a line there. So real quick, like Jill just showed us, you can go into the touch-up area. I like to use the airbrush feature for this, and you just click on it, kind of move it around a little bit. It softens that line.
That's brilliant.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, now you have all that marketing real estate.
And now, exactly, and now if you wanted to put text, let's just pretend I'm putting my text in over here, you can put it in, you can change it up, or you can size it to really fill that area. Now, I'm kind of cruising along faster because this isn't necessarily a PicMonkey tutorial, but I just want to show you in a quick amount, look what I just did, in a fast amount of time how you can do that. Okay, so next we're going to move my words out of the way, and we're going to go and do some borders. Now, before we do that though, let's talk about creative cropping. So when you have an image like this, it's really fun to move it around and see what makes this intriguing, what makes this interesting, what makes me want to stop and look at this picture a little bit longer than just a regular picture. I love this one because her hair is perfect, makeup is great, I like the colors, but this is fun. So you could move it like this. Let's say you just want half of her face, and then take the crop feature, and you're going to just drag this square in here. I accidentally deleted my other thing. Can you tell I'm such a pro? You can crop this in a way that's interesting and appealing. And now you've got some space to write. So I really encourage you, so we're going to go back one more time. I really encourage you to take some of your images and find things that are interesting about them and then crop it in. So I think there was one that I did on my example, and I think it was just her eyes. Okay, now that's going to start to get a little bit blurry and a little bit wonky because it's such a huge image, but if you size it down and save it in a PNG format, it should be okay. So
and the preview is also a little bit less brilliant than the end result when you click save on PicMonkey, just so everyone knows.
Exactly. Exactly. So just some fun things that you can do with, we'll just do a real quick one, the Polaroid frame is maybe not going to work with this particular image. Okay, I'm not liking that. Let me see what I did. Oh, I did photo corners for this one. And you can choose, oh, I know why it's not working. All right, so we were on, remember we were on that other piece of paper before we did this. You need to click this image, which is combining all of elements. So now it's just one layer. Now this should work. Yep. So it's interesting, it's fun. I can go back to my Polaroids now. With the Taylor Swift you know, little Polaroid image. You can do something similar to that. It's a branding right now. It's a brand that's going crazy, but if you make some of your branding look similar, it's something that's very popular. You can do that. And then I wanted to show you real quick how this, I don't know why this intrigued me so much, but I could not figure out for my life how to do this. So I'm excited to show you guys how to do it. The text is really bothering me. Okay, so I wanted to figure out how do you put just a simple edge, you know, around the outside. Okay, so look at this. This is called simple edge, and it has an outer and an inner. Actually, I don't know if this is, no, this is not the right one. See, I still don't even really know how to do it because I so amazed myself with how that worked. That's not it either. The great thing about this, oh, real quick before I forget, sorry, I'm going to hop onto something else. When you want some, oh, I know why it's not working. Gosh, Kelly, geez. Combine. You always have to combine. If something's not working, something's not combined. But you've seen on, like, maybe on your website, you want to take, if you have got testimonials, it's very common to see testimonials.
Okay, that was worth the cost of admission. I love this. I've been wondering how to do this. I'm not kidding.
Yay! This is one of the things that's newer to me that I just love, and this is a newer feature here also in PicMonkey. But yes, so that's how you make those beautifully cropped images that are a perfect circle. They're all the same size, and you can use those, which I really would recommend you use those if you've got testimonials for your businesses. Put their little head in a round shape. Get a couple different ones, and then type out their testimonial next to it. You could even do that in another image, make a bunch of small circles, and then make a big square image and type in those testimonials next to it and post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, pin it in Pinterest. Absolutely, you should have a board inside of Pinterest. We're not really on Pinterest right now, but you should have a board in Pinterest for your testimonials. So when someone's really checking you and your business out, and they find you on Pinterest because you've pinned something else really awesome, and they start snurfing around. That's what we call it in our family. It's snurfing around, looking at someone. When they're snurfing around at you, they trip over all these fabulous testimonials that you have. Okay, so I'm just killing myself right here because I cannot figure out how I did that other one. I'm going to figure it out and make you guys another video because I remember the other day just in here being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I figured out how to do this. This is what I'm trying to show you right here, this simple square. Jill, if you know how to do that, hop in here and tell me. Take me out of my misery here. But that simple square border around the outside with that outer edge is the look that I love.
It was the simple edge frame. It was the simple edge frame. It's just that you hadn't combined it yet.
But where's the transparent? One of them has to be transparent, I think. All right. It's okay. I'm going to find it. Okay. I do want to show you, though, these textures and the amazing things that happen when you start adding them. So this is, you know, just jazzy. Think of these for holidays, for special events, when you really want to make something look a little more spectacular or jazzed up. These overlays, just give it, oh my gosh, just what an edgy, awesome feel of that. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you permission to come in here and play around with all of these different textures, and you can't break PicMonkey. But literally what I would suggest you do is come in and click in and out of every single one of these things and just see what they do. See what, you know, kind of effect you get. Okay, let me just see with my, let's go back to our.
Show them the bokeh one, the B-O-K-E-H. That one's awesome. Everyone uses that. Oh, you're on to it.
Yeah, that was the first one that I did.
I love that.
Yeah. Super popular. And if you click on this move feature, you can actually move it around if it's a little too shiny for you, or you want an effect on a different part of your image, it's amazing. The other thing real quick about borders is, and I'm not going to teach on Facebook ads in here, but if you do an ad, you absolutely need just a thin little bright border around your image because it makes it pop out of the ad section a little bit more. So just a little tip.
I make it a habit for all of my Facebook images, whether I decide to do an ad with them or boost the post or not, to make sure it has a frame.
Right, right. And again, Jill talked about the transparent watermark, but I've got a video for you for that one. And you know, using just little overlays. I'll show that one real quick. Using an overlay of maybe, let's just pick a shape. These labels are fun. So pick a label, and again, it lets the person that's looking at your image know, you know, where do you want their eye to go? You want them to be attracted by this, but really you want them to read the details that you've put up here in your, so you put a little label there and then add some text to it. And in PicMonkey, you have to click in and out of different things. So let's say you type your text, well, that's black. If I put it over black, I'm not going to be able to see it. So select it, and use your little color bar to change it. Then click out of it and move it right back in. Super easy, super fun. Okay, back to this. So when your images, again, like if you just take that one image and you make it, I've made it here into 4 different images, but when people start seeing your branding and they see that there's a certain image that you use all the time, or maybe there's a certain color or font or texture or all of the above, when they start scrolling through Instagram and they see that every time you post an image, you've got this same gal, but she's in a different color, or she's wearing a Santa hat, or she's positioned in a different wonky way than you're used to seeing her, but you still are reminded of that brand, and you're reminded of that salon or the amazing woman that does your lashes. She's not constantly saying to you, hey, is it time for an appointment? Come in, I've got a deal. You're just simply reminding them that you're still around. Oh gosh, that reminds me, I need to call her for a fill. Even if you have a picture like this and you have a motivational quote written in it, you're not jamming your marketing down your throat. And that's ultimately the platform that I stand on all the time. Like, you just cannot be a spammy marketer, and that's what I teach about. So we're going to talk real quick about Facebook. And here I've given you some important dimensions inside of Facebook for when you're making your images. If you want your, your cover image to be able to upload, it has to be 851 by 315 pixels. And inside of PicMonkey, you simply click on resize, you put in those numbers, and you're good to go. If it comes out wonky, you can crop it so that the right part of the image is in the picture, and then you can resize it. So I'm going to suggest that you guys get the presentation slides and print these out and put them somewhere where you have them at your fingertips, because I can't tell you how many times I'm going to search for what is the right dimensions for
this one in particular. This is print worthy and bulletin board worthy, right above my computer, so that is right there where I can see it. It's awesome to have those dimensions at hand.
Exactly. And so
to have to Google them is like such a waste of time, you know.
And it takes you somewhere else. It takes you out of the task at hand. And that's the other thing, the other platform that I stand on, which is, guys, you have a business to run. You cannot get online. As much as I teach on social media, I have the luxury, excuse me, of being online, excuse me, all day on Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, and blogs. That's the job I've created for myself. That's my job. Your job is not to lose an entire day on social media. So I'm trying to help teach you the skills and tactics, strategies that you can use in any platform, no matter how many changes they throw at us. I'm going to guess that a lot of the frustration you all are having with Facebook right now is that they're changing things like they always do. That's a given. Facebook has changed every 4 to 6 months since I started teaching on Facebook 5 years ago. So if you're frustrated with Facebook, I'm here to let you know that there's some strategies that you can use to engage your followers, to get seen in your news feed, and if you're going to use some paid marketing, which you're going to need to. I mean, you would be paying for marketing whether you were using Facebook or not. And Facebook has some really targeted, amazing ways that you can target that ideal dream client without spending a ton of money. So on here I'd put just a little note to encourage you not to click the boost button, the boost post button. That is designed by Facebook for you to click there and for you to spend a lot of money on ads that are not targeted. Again, we're not teaching on ads today, but I really want to encourage you to either learn from me or learn from somebody how to use the Power Editor for some Facebook marketing, because you can really target exactly down to a zip code, down to people that actually spend money online, people who are known to click through and read and follow. It's just amazing. Anyway, and then the last thing I want to kind of tell you about your Facebook marketing is obviously that cover image needs to grab them by the eyeballs. Your profile image needs to be a picture of you, and I'm sure Jill would back me up and agree wholeheartedly. It needs to be, unless you're a salon, then you would have these images inside on your Facebook page and in your About section, but you need images of you with your volume lashes showing that not only are you an expert in it, but you believe in the product. You wear it. You're out there.
I started my course off just asking everybody, do you wear lashes yourself? And if you do wear lashes, are you wearing volume lashes? It's important, yeah.
Right. Oh, good. See, I said something right. So we're gonna shift forward into Instagram. Now, Instagram was something in my business. It's something that I really kind of put off for the longest time because I thought, I'm not a visual brand. How am I going to do this? Well, ladies, I can tell you, if I can find some things to post into Instagram that are visual, my goodness, you are such a visual brand, and what you do is so visual that there are plenty that you can put into Instagram, and there's plenty of different ways to do that. So again, here are the image dimensions for your profile pic, and obviously in Instagram, the pictures that you're going to want to post there need to be set up in a square. And if you make your picture in PicMonkey and you make it a square to begin with, you're already ahead of the game. But the ideal dimensions are 612 by 612, and those are just going to come out fabulous, even though Instagram's going to resize them for you. I've added a couple of my favorite apps here. WordSwag, for those of you that just live by your cell phone alone, WordSwag can allow you to put a really visually appealing image up super quickly. Even if you don't have a photograph to share, it allows you to just come up with some super cute background image with some words on top of it. PhotoGrid, that will help you quickly take your before and after pictures and make them into something a little more visually appealing. And then InstaVid. Jill, I don't know if you know about InstaVid, but I know that you do those reveal videos after you have your lashes done. You could put some still images before and after, and then the InstaVid video also in there. So like you have two stills and then a little video running all on the same
Yeah,
screen.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
On Instagram. So yeah, so you're just proving time and again, oh my gosh, there's another one of her branded InstaVid. This lady, I know her, she does these lashes, and she always has these cool videos where the person opens their eyes. You'll be known for that. So that's awesome. And then my favorite thing for managing Instagram, again, my thing is for you to get in and get out, but it's called econosquare.com, and you can manage your Instagram account and everyone that you follow on your computer. And so, for instance, let me just give you an example. I'm not going to do a demo here of Econosquare, but you have all of your followers and you can put them into groups. So what I've done is I've put clients of mine into groups, clients that I follow on Instagram, people who follow me, people who I know are in certain industries. I can put them in different groups. And then let's say I have 10 minutes. I can go in and I can quickly go through Instagram and only filter out everything but those little circles, those little groups that I've put together for myself. And I can go quickly and comment and like and engage with my clients or those that are potential clients very quickly and get back out. I'm not distracted by all the other images or scrolling through a bunch of junk that I don't want to see. I am
Guys,
very
that
targeted.
is brilliant, because that's the thing, is that all these social media platforms, the whole reason why they're frustrating if you're using them to market is that they suck all this time. You're scrolling, you're having fun. You're putting the heart icon by this one and you're liking that one, but you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling. Something like Iconosquare can really help you to manage your time so that you can be productive.
And those people will be like, oh my gosh, you know, Kelly Paull is just such a loyal follower of mine. She's so nice to me. She likes everything I do on Instagram. That reminds me, I need to go and see her. I need to make an appointment. Again, you're keeping yourself, it's strategy, you guys. It's keeping yourself in front of the people that you want to be in front of and establishing that relationship. I put here, you know, Instagram is where people get to know, like, and trust you. And the know, like, and trust factor is huge for business. If you don't have it, you're not going to have repeat customers and clients, and you're certainly kind of behind the game when everything is cold marketing. We don't want you to be cold marketing. We want you to have people that already feel like they know, like, and trust you simply because they follow you on Instagram. It's crazy, but it's absolutely true, and you all know it. There are people that you don't know in real life that you follow on social media, and you really like them, and you feel like you know them because they share different pictures behind the scenes, you know, what's going on in their life, and that's what social media is all about. So the last thing I'm going to tell you about Instagram is, you know, again, across the board really, but in Instagram, you do kind of want to think about how do my images look all next to each other? Are they going to clash with each other? Am I using a color today for my words and then a different clashing color tomorrow? You kind of want it to look like it all goes together when someone steps back and looks at the bigger picture of your Instagram. But you can use certain fonts that brand you, colors, patterns, and layouts that really let people know, hey, wait, that reminds me, that's that woman that I follow, and her pins are always so similar. You can do something like that for yourself. It's not rocket science. And then Pinterest, the darling of social media, right? So I think that was the lowest frustration.
This is like your late night pillow date, Pinterest,
oh my
right?
gosh.
I mean,
Seriously.
raise your hand, seriously, if you spend pillow talk time with Pinterest. I do.
Saturday morning, that's where you can find me, is over on Pinterest. But Pinterest is where people go to dream, to plan, to research. Pinterest is a search engine, and they also go there to buy. Did you guys know that people go to Pinterest in more of a buying mindset than any other social media site? People are not on Facebook to buy. They're not. They're there to check out their friends. They're there to, you know, waste a little bit of time, check out what's going on with other people, look at some pictures, laugh a little bit, have some fun. That's what Pinterest or what Facebook is about. They're not going there with their wallet open. Pinterest, however, so many people have a board. I know I do. Like, mine's called Mama Wants. You know what? You need to get me a gift. Go to my Mama Wants board and check it out. See what I have there. The kids for Christmas, like, go get on Pinterest. Go look what I want. So people on Pinterest, it's very common for people to pin the things that they want to buy, the places they want to go, and for you guys, the services that they want to have. And they want to have those amazing lashes. And maybe right now they're just doing a little bit of research about it. Jill and I talked the other day, and I said, you know, Jill does such a great job of having some frequently asked questions pinned up there. So when I'm curious about what it is that you do, I've just met you and now I'm following you on social media and I'm kind of checking you out, or my neighbor had her lashes done but I'm not sure. If I can go over on social media and I can find that you have an entire board dedicated to educating me about what you do, how to take care of my lashes, common questions, common fears, Oh my gosh, if you have a picture of your waiting room. Exactly, exactly. And there you are really, you're also exerting your expertise as well. When someone continues to help me and educate me, regardless of whether I'm a client or not, I know I like that person, and I know that they are an expert, and they are merely just putting out all of this wonderful export juju all over everything. And it makes, again, it makes me trust you. It makes me want to do business with you. Now, there's someone else who merely only posts before and after pictures and reasons why I need to come in and book with them today. Not so much. They're trying to separate me from my money. When you're trying to help somebody, when you're trying to educate somebody, when you're showing a personal side of yourself, I don't feel like you're trying to take my money away from me. I'm actually coming to you with my wallet already open. Okay?
I love
so
that
really,
you said that. You have to say it again, that really, like, intelligent marketing is not trying to separate your client from their money.
It's not. It's not, you guys. And just think about it. We have satellite.
But they will part with it.
They will. Oh, they will. And that's the kind of clients that we want you to be attracting. When I said earlier on that you can do this the wrong way, and you can, inadvertently be attracting the wrong people. A lot of people do. If you're saying, let me just give an example. It may not be lash related, but if you're saying like, are your I'm trying to think of one that I can do for your lashes, but are you sick and tired and depressed? Lashes might cheer you up. Is that who you want to attract? Someone who's sick, tired, and depressed? No. We want to attract someone who's professional, someone who's got the money to pay for our service, who's responsible. They're going to come in for their fills. They're not going to cancel their appointment 5 minutes beforehand. But when you market to the right person, you attract the right person. When you market to the wrong person, you attract the wrong person. And if you hear anything I say today at all, hear this. When you market to everyone, you are appealing to no one, because you are vanilla, you are bland, you are, just a jack of all trades. No, you want to stand out, and you want to have, a specific ideal client. I got so excited I swallowed a bunch of air. Oh my gosh, marketing makes my mouth drool. I'm sorry, you guys.
Choked yourself up.
I totally did. Now I'm going to have to burp. Anyway, so the last little tip, and some of you on this call have been or are my clients, and you're going to just absolutely drop your jaw. I know Jill did the other day when I told her. The last tip is that you need to, for the boards that are geared toward attracting your ideal market, you're going to go into those boards about a month after you've pinned, and you're going to delete the pins that have not either been commented on or repinned. And that just makes all of us want to be like, Kelly, what?
That just turned my blood ice cold when you said that to me the other day. But listen to why. It's amazing.
Well, and the reason why, you guys, is because you only want to be showing your best pins to people. And the pins that are the best are the ones that you can see are getting traction. They're being repinned. They're being commented on. Someone's sharing it over to their I want board. If you're putting stuff up there that maybe is great content but isn't being reshared, it doesn't encourage someone when you come to a board and you see every last pin on there has been repinned several times. It makes you, hello, it's psychological here. This is all about what I do, you guys. My strategy is, if this pin has been repinned 500 times, well, I probably should repin it. Like, it's that good. Or other tip to the opposite side of that, when you're looking for things to pin, let's say you're sharing other people's content over to your boards, don't pin something over to your board that hasn't been pinned before. Pin the thing that's been pinned 500 times. It's already been shown to be proven in social media currency, which is likes, shares, and comments. This already has high social media currency, so you want to pin those kind of things to your boards. So I know it's horrific, But I guarantee you on those boards that are meant to attract your ideal clients, when you get really good quality stuff in there, you're spreading yourself far and wide. When your stuff is getting pinned again and again and again, it's just more exposure. So I'm sorry to break it to you. So that ends my presentation, Jill. You know, they can get their presentation slides and that logo tutorial, and I am going to go back and make another tutorial for that frame. I could kick myself and get so excited and nervous when I get in there to show you all this cool stuff, but I just absolutely can't remember how to do it. But I'll get that in there as well. So this is where they can go, bit.ly/lashlovelies. To grab the download PDFs for these slides and also those tutorials. And also I do, of course, have an offer for you guys, but we're going to hang on for that until the end, Jill?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, it's okay. Perfect.
Okay. There you go.
All right. Let me go ahead and take the presentation back from you, if that's okay. We'll make sure that you guys have all of this information. You can download the slides. You'll see the recorded replay. I mean, if the techie goblins don't get us, Kelly and I are both covering our bases and recording. Well, you'll have all of this because there's a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is so good. I just want to write in the chat box that bit.ly link, bit.ly/lashlovelies. That's a special link from Kelly to you, and then it'll be linked as well in the downloadables that you have. So if I am already presenter, let me go ahead and what's that?
Are there any questions? Were there questions in the
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I opened it up a couple of different times, and let's see. I'm sure there are questions. So if you guys have questions about any of them, someone's saying fantastic advice. How often should we be posting to Facebook? Christia wants to know.
That's a very common question. The thing about posting to Facebook, now it depends, and this is going to be kind of a general statement, but you'll be able to figure out within that statement. You need to post to Facebook as often as you can be consistent. So if you can consistently post to Facebook 5 days a week, 1 time a day, then that's what I'm going to tell you to do on Facebook. Once you're consistent with that, I would encourage you to work up to consistently posting twice a day, 5 days a week, once in the morning and once later after 9:30 at night, okay? Once you're consistently able to do that, then you can add in more. The worst thing to do on Facebook is to post once here, then not again for a week, and then 6 times tomorrow, and then not for 2 days. Consistency is the most important thing.
All right, we have a couple of other questions as well, and because of our poll, it's coming true. A lot of them are about Facebook. Do you recommend deleting Facebook pictures that haven't garnered a lot of likes as well?
Yes and no, and opposed from Facebook pictures, I would say Facebook posts. If you have a post, and I wouldn't do it like from 2 hours ago, if you have a post from last week or last month that was a flop, didn't do anything, nobody commented, nobody liked, nobody shared, yeah, clean those up, because occasionally there are going to be those people that do actually come to your actual Facebook page, and we want them to scroll that page and keep scrolling because everything is so interesting and amazing, and the images are like a magazine. And so to answer your question, yes, I would go back through and delete some of the things that didn't take off and aren't adding value to your page.
Right, now, because someone new will come and visit and you want them to see awesome stuff.
Yes. Yes. Now, occasionally you will share something, like for instance, I shared a video on my page that has absolutely nothing to do with my business. No one commented on it, and no one, I think maybe 1 or 2 people shared it, but no one liked it either. I think they just clicked into it. So I looked at my insights. Well, that thing, I mean, it had gotten clicked on 800 times or something. So that's still giving me some Facebook juice, some Facebook currency. So I don't want to delete that because it did get engagement, and it did help me in Facebook. So I would check your insights. You could actually do it from there. Check your insights, things that got no reach, didn't go anywhere, delete those.
Okay, and then Janie has a question too. She says, is it better to have a separate Facebook page for your business or as an add-on page to your personal page?
Okay, I'm not sure I totally understand that question. Do you, Jill?
She wrote it twice. Let me read it the first time. That was the second time, so I can just...
I think what you're asking is, should you have a Facebook fan page or a Facebook business page?
Yes.
And yes, you should.
Separate.
Your personal, right, they are separate, but your Facebook business page is hooked to your personal page. Now, there is a way to have a Facebook business page, and this would be for, I don't know, my dad who doesn't have a Facebook page but has a business and wants to have a Facebook business presence, which you really need to have because it's like the yellow pages of 20 years ago. You need to be in the yellow pages. You need to have a Facebook business page. So if your question is, should I just do a standalone business page that's not hooked to my personal page, I think
that's exactly.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's exactly what she means.
I'm going to say no. There's a lot of people that get super nervous, like maybe you're a salon owner and you're nervous, like I don't really want my personal Facebook page attached to this salon page. There is no way for someone to, let's say, get on your salon page and then know that this page is connected to you unless you let them know that. The good juice of that from your personal page is you can set up your business as you should in your work and education section there with an actual hyperlink, so people can be like, oh wow, Jill from Lash FX, look, there's her business page. I can click over to it and like it. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes. And then someone asks, here's one for Pinterest. She says, how do I create a pin?
How do you create your own pin, or how do you pin something, I guess is the question. So I'll answer both. The way you create your own pin is you'll come over here to PicMonkey and you'll make an image like the one we have on the screen. I could actually pin this. You save it to your computer, and then when you go into Pinterest, you can click on the little plus symbol, which is to add a pin, and it will ask you, are you adding this from a website? Are you uploading this? You'll choose that one and choose it from your computer, and boom, up it goes. You add a fantastic description, and you have now, and choose a board to pin it to, and you have just now pinned your own stuff right up to Pinterest. Super exciting.
And I highly, highly recommend that you guys don't just take beautiful pictures on your phone, which have amazing cameras nowadays, and then don't just click, as you're scrolling in between clients, don't just load up your pictures directly from there. On your Pinterest boards, but go ahead and use things like PicMonkey or an app to add a message, to add your website, or to put a call for your appointment today, some kind of call to action or something there.
Right. And I see Christine's question, which is Facebook marketing a must? I'm so busy lashing, I find it hard to respond constantly. I feel very interrupted. Do I need to change my tune? Okay, yes, you need to change your tune, but I can completely understand you feeling very interrupted. And my hunch is perhaps that you have, you're getting notified by Facebook left and right. And I will tell you something that I did that really has helped me recently is I took the Facebook app off my phone. Now, some people are going to be like, oh,
I have to do that. That's the only way I'm going to be sane this year.
It's allowed me to be a little bit more focused and a bit more intentional in what I'm doing. So, Christine, I would tell you that, yes, it's important. People are searching on Facebook, searching for you. My friend had her lashes done, and I can't remember. I remember the name of the place. Let me check her on Facebook, and I'm going to go and kind of snurf around and see what this girl's all about and see if she's got any before and after pictures. So yes, I do think it's important. I do not feel like it's important for you to spend every last minute there, but if you're getting so much traction, on Facebook that it's interrupting you and you're feeling interrupted and constantly feeling like you need to reply, I'm going to say I have a feeling like people are really contacting you on Facebook, and so Facebook is where you should be. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, and then Rose has a question too. Do you recommend hiring a professional to run your social media? If so, how much can you expect to pay? And the reason why she asks is she just feels kind of like social media inexperienced, you know?
Sure, I totally get that. Well, I think you might be surprised by my answer. I don't necessarily recommend hiring a professional to run your social media, and let me tell you why. The reason why is because I feel like there is no one more excited and passionate about your business than you are. And I have been a social media manager for other companies before, and I will be perfectly honest with you guys. I can hold that excitement for about 2-3 weeks. Super excited about you and your business. What am I going to post? Oh, this is so much fun. And then kind of beyond that, it gets a little routine and a little, let's just throw something up here. So I really stand behind, you know, learning how to do it, at least learning how to do it so that you know how to do it right. And then if you choose to hire somebody, you at least know, are they really helping you? And then in terms of what can you expect to pay, well, I'll tell you, when I was a social media manager for one company, I got paid $1,400 a month for 4 days a week of 4 postings. So I posted 4 times, 4 days a week for them.
Awesome. That's a good gig.
And I might, yeah, it wasn't bad, but I didn't love it. I did not love it. I didn't look forward to it.
Yeah, it's for somebody out there. Nyoka says, our hashtag, you know I want to talk about hashtags, Kelly, okay? Are hashtags an important part of posting on any social media site? I'm so glad you asked that, Nyoka, because
oh my God, did you ask her to post that, Jill?
I did not. I did not pay her any money to ask that, but I am like, you guys all, you see them, the beautiful picture, and then there's 50 hashtags. What the heck?
Okay. Well, a couple things about hashtags. Hashtags are for certain platforms. You're seeing a lot of hashtags in Facebook right now, and that's for a couple of different reasons. Number one, someone possibly has their Twitter feed hooked to automatically post for them on Facebook, which I don't recommend because Twitter has a different language than Facebook. And so you're seeing a bunch of hashtags come across. You're seeing hashtags become a lot more popular because hashtags are super popular in Instagram, and they really do work. But in Instagram, if you post, this is going to sound like an outrageous number, Jill, but if you post anything more than 11 hashtags on Instagram, it's not worth it.
I see people who post more than that on one image.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It makes me think, I look through what they're hashtagging, and I'm like, they're just trying to get, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to hijack a hashtag.
Yeah, or like they're throwing it against the wall, hoping that something's going to stick. Either that, or they're trying to market to other lash artists as opposed to the end user that you really want to market to. You guys really want your dream client to see your pictures and know how to contact you. Not me. I'm going to find you. I'm your friend on Facebook. I follow you on Instagram because you're part of my tribe. We're a community. You don't have to try.
Right. And there's certain hashtags, like let's just talk about your industry. There's certain hashtags that you all use to establish yourself as, you know, I'm part of this community. There are other hashtags that you use thinking possibly that your ideal client is searching that hashtag, but she's not. She's not searching that hashtag. She might be searching hashtag what's for dinner, and that might help you kind of get in front of her face a little bit better. So as Jill points out, a lot of times people within the same industry use the same hashtags. And if you follow that hashtag, which is the important thing to do, you follow it and you see what else is there, well, if you are using that hashtag all the time, you may very well be sending some of your followers over to check out your competitors. That's not what you want to do. You want to be the shining star in their life. You do not want to open up the floodgates to all of your other local competitors that are using the same hashtag. So gosh, I could go for a day on hashtags. This is not a hashtag course, but I do get into hashtags inside of my Instagram course. So.
Yeah, I have to say, you guys, I mean, I know, I can see by the comments and in the question boxes that you guys are really like chewing on this information and enjoying it very, very much. They're all saying like, bravo, great response, thank you. You know, no, they didn't pay me, laugh out loud, you're welcome though anyway. You know, they're great answer, Kelly. But if you want to know more, and we were going to save it to the end, but I don't know how you feel about it, Kelly, but Kelly has some great courses, and she teaches social media. I'm one of her students. I'm one of her friends and colleagues as well, but I take her courses, and I'm taking the ones that she's offering today. If you guys want to join me in them, you should, because they're going to not only answer these questions, but give you the right strategies, give you that confidence that you need to do all these things so that you are marketed with strategy,
right, sure.
effectively, with functionality.
I'd be happy to share it, and I'll share it real quick with a image.
Yeah, let's do that, and then let me go ahead and someone said the sound went out, and sometimes it does. It depends on your internet strength of your signal as well, but every now and again we'll have a little audio glitch with GoToWebinar because we are, you know, we're global here. We're reaching all over the world here, but it should come right back into it. Let me know, Crystal, if you can hear us again just by typing that, you know, that you're okay. I hope yeah, it's back on. Good, good, good. Okay, I think it's just one of those momentary glitches, but thank you for letting us know, and I also want you guys to know that we do pay attention to the question bar. We want this to be good information that you can follow and that you can use. So go for it, Kelly, please.
Okay, yeah. Are you going to hand back to me? I have an image for them. But so basically, I teach a series of courses. They're called Big Girl Panties, and there's a Big Girl Panties Facebook, a Big Girl Panties Instagram, Pinterest, blogging, and the reason why they're named that is because first of all, I don't name anything that makes any sense, but they're called
She's not a big girl.
They're called Big Girl Panties because when I teach about social media, I really want people who are going to put on their Big Girl Panties and go get shit done, right. Honestly. So that's who my target market is, someone who wants to learn how to do it and is going to take the steps and directions that I give them and actually go and implement. So the courses are go at your own pace, and you can DIY it. You can do it at whatever time you want. These courses were live at one point, and now they were recorded, and now you can go back at your own leisure. But the point of the Big Girl Panties courses is for me to show you step by step what to do, and then for you to go and do it. So for today, the special that I have for you is the three courses: Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. If you were to get those normally, they'd be $441. For you guys, for the action takers, until today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, it's $247 for all three courses. So imagine, attracting your dream clients, feeling confident in your marketing, mastering actual strategies that get you real results, and don't matter that Facebook's going to change its rules again in 6 months. When you're marketing this way, and I posted something today on my Facebook page to kind of try to find out, people are getting put into Facebook jail if you're doing things wrong. Facebook's really coming down on people that are not doing things by their rules. And I had just a burst of pride seeing that my students haven't been put into Facebook jail. I want you to feel confident in this new skill that you've learned from Jill, and also the increase of the luxury of your brand and the luxury of the service and the prices that you're going to charge. I want you to feel confident about that. So you're going to get instant access to the modules. which have all my tips, tools, and apps. You get Facebook groups for each one, so you can go in and say, wait a minute, Kelly, I didn't understand. What do you do? And I answer your questions. I do not hire somebody to come in and answer for me. It's me that you're getting your help from. Go at your own pace. Get these actionable to-dos. I don't like to talk about theory and then not tell you how to apply it. And you're going to learn how to
hate that?
that makes me mad. I hate those. You're going to learn what to post, when to post it. The number one mistake that you're all making, costing you new fans and followers. You're going to get find out, where is this dream client and how do I find her? And maybe I'm kind of confused about how to attract an ideal client, and what does that mean exactly? I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you the 8 boards that you absolutely have to have on Pinterest to attract your target market, and marketing strategy that you can use anywhere across the platforms. But most importantly, how to build a brand that people are going to clamor to do business with you. That's what we want for you. So there's a hashtag, or not hashtag, no hashtags. It's not a hashtag. There's a bit.ly link for the action taker. We put it out long enough so that you guys can listen to Jill and then go grab it. It's bit.ly/Lash Action Taker. Lash Action Taker. If you're a Lash
That's
Action
why
Taker,
Kelly and I get along so well, is that, well, our businesses actually complement one another, but when we're in business and when we're looking for our ideal clients, we're looking for action takers. We're looking for people who take action and actually will just drive the vehicle that they want to drive. They're not looking for a taxi cab ride, to the Pinterest destination or what have you, or volume lashing destination. But also, what you'll get from us is the flip side of that coin. You won't just get a list of things to do. You'll get how to do it and why, so that you understand the value of it.
Exactly. Well, Jill, I appreciate you doing this. I'm going to stick around for your presentation, and
okay.
Yeah, and I hope people will come find me on social media. There's a slide. When you download your slides, you'll get all my links and stuff. So it's
yeah, and then when you guys
stick around to.
Cool. My presentation isn't a formal presentation. It's what I do with my monthly members. So I'm going to actually request to get the helm back here.
I'm trying to find you. I don't see it, Jill.
I did it. Okay, so if you did just join us, you'll be able to capture everything that we I saw some late joiners, maybe with some time zones, or maybe you had some clients and you couldn't get on until just now. We have this recorded, and we will send out to all the people who registered the recording. So I left off with you at PicMonkey. We both, Kelly and I, shared some cool stuff with PicMonkey, and correcting images without overcorrecting your beautiful lash work. But what I want to do right now is get into my PowerPoint, and then I'm going to take you to a really fun site. They might have an app for it on your phone or on your tablets. I'm not quite sure, but it's an amazing app for, this is Kelly's info, and I'm going to put that back up at the end of the webinar. It'll be the last image that we'll leave up there for just a little bit, so you can click on all her links. Follow her on YouTube. Check her out on Pinterest, and you'll see that she walks the walk and not just talk the talk. Yeah, we want to talk about tools. So how do we get these things done? Tips for how to use them, right? Strategies so that you know why and what's the most effective. And we want you to take these opportunities to use Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, just even the before and after photos that you're going to choose to put on your websites. You want to set yourself apart from the competition. You guys are my class is Volume Lash Artists, and many of you lash artists who are joining us as guests today on a day pass, you may not be volume lash artists yet, but you also do need to set yourself apart. You have mad skills. You have something special about you, why your clients come to you and only you. So you need to set yourself apart from the rest when you market, and you need to know how to use all those great things. Well, Kelly's courses will teach you that. My course will teach you that in the volume lashing. But what I want to go over today is some cool little destinations that you can visit on your computer so that you can create some fun images. One of my most happy moments in my week is to figure out, okay, what am I going to do that's kind of clever today to get an image or some words out there, or to let people know that we're starting another enrollment of Volume Mastery Online, etc. And it's all about images. It's all about videos. Unfortunately, on the webinar, I can't show you videos because the videos stream at a different rate per second than this recording is going to go. And then when you also see it live, it looks really strange and very poor quality. But I can give you links. And on my Facebook page, I'm going to put a couple of fun videos that I have that are my marketing images. Many of you who signed up for this particular class today as a guest saw this image in a video where I say the true American volume, and I put my website on there, lashfx.com, volume effects by Lash FX. Do you know that's the same exact image as that I took you to PicMonkey with just earlier on in the presentation? It is. It's the same exact image, and I used something called posterize. And in the course, we're going to have a really special segment that I'm going to put together about all of the really cool things that you can do with PicMonkey. This is very, very popular right now to see images like this, not just the beautiful picture that you take, but to posterize it. And I chose these colors. I first did this image for, I believe it was 4th of July this last summer. And I'm just playing on words, true American volume as opposed to Russian volume. It's not that it's different than Russian volume, but Russian volume is a trademark term. It's there are patents on it, there are trademarks on it. I can't teach Russian volume. I can teach Russian inspired volume. What I teach is my own swing on things, as most educators do. So I took this image, turned it into a colorful posterized version, and it got so much traction on Facebook, people liking it and commenting and sharing on their own pages, which was wonderful. So then I was able to put it in a very cool video with a service called Fiverr. Real quick, Kelly, can you just unmute your microphone? Are you seeing anything in the comment box that anyone's having any issues seeing my screen or hearing me now that I've retaken over the helm? I just want to double check.
I don't see anything yet. I'm seeing.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Well, PicMonkey, an amazing free resource. Photofunia.com is my next favorite place to take you. If you take a look, I'm going to use my little pointer tool, which you guys know I love to use, my spotlight tool. The words in the snow, I used those on Facebook last night to remind you guys to grab your guest pass to come to this webinar today, and I used it at the very beginning of the recording of our webinar to tell you that we were going to share some cool tips and hot tricks. I used this snow writing. Photofunia is a place where you can take any of your own photographs, so do use your own photographs, guys, and you can place them into these photo editors, and you can do the coolest things. Look at this beautiful big gun muscle here. I can put my logo on this guy's arm if I want to. I can show you right now how I did the snow writing. You click on the image and it takes you to the editing page, and there's some advertisement on this, and it's okay, guys. It's free, right? So just ignore the advertising, or maybe if it's something that attracts you, take a look. But here's some examples. Hello, winter. First snow. Happy New Year. Let it snow. Let it snow. How about if I said, let me just put down my mic. Lashes that defy the elements. We'll see. It's a lot of words. We'll see if that one comes up. And you push go, and it will come up with, I just did this off on the fly, so we'll see if it was too many words, maybe. Yeah, elements got cut off, but you get my drift, right? This is live. Lashes, it could be Lashes by Jill, or Cool Lashes by Jill. It doesn't have to be kitschy. It doesn't have to be, you know, an inside joke or a punchline or anything like that, but it's always fun to do. There are so many images here, and I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to show you some that you will recognize from some of my marketing images on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Instagram. And then I'm going to take you to one last amazing site where I do a lot of inspiration surfing, I'll call it. Let's see what's happening here. Photophonia is not wanting me to go back to the beginning, but it will. Okay, we'll look for billboards. Okay. Well, Photophonia is having a little moment here. We're going to go to billboards. I used one of my marketing images on, these are amazing, to put a beautiful picture of one of your beautiful clients wearing beautiful volume lashes with your logo on it. How did I get my logo there? I took the picture, I altered it here on PicMonkey, I inserted my picture into this beautiful billboard image, and then I took that picture that I saved, the Photophonia image with my picture on it, over to PicMonkey, and I put a couple of words across it. So you can have your picture, your work, or even just your logo if you want, on a Times Square billboard. Yeah. Yes?
Are you showing something other than just the Photophonia billboard? Were you showing something that you had done?
Nope. I just was scrolling through to show them the options.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I was like,
thank you for checking. It's perfect.
Okay. All right.
So you can
this
see,
is amazing.
There are such fun things, and if you can imagine your picture put into this, I will show you one or two more, and you're gonna recognize some of these little, I call them templates, and you'll be able to. There are magazines that you can do, so you can put a picture of your lashes on the cover of a magazine, and then save that image to your computer and roll with that as one of your marketing images. It just looks, it gives you extra. This one for glamour, it's beautiful. Let's do this. I'll put one of my pictures here. Okay, I'm going to I'm choosing the example where she's reading Glamour magazine. I'll choose a photo. This may or may not just take a second for me to choose a photo because it's going to have to go into my photos on my computer. If it takes too long, I'll just explain it to you guys, and then I'll throw some up on Facebook and show you the end results of them later. Yeah, okay, photophonia.com is having like a little glitch today. So, all right, well, it's live, isn't it? So, here we go. I can also drag and drop, or I can grab these from my, if I have my phone, I can connect it to the computer. I could, let's say I want to just put my logo up on there. In that case, I'll take a JPEG and I'll put Lash FX Academy up there. It's uploading my image. I could choose a picture of one of my models. It will help me to optimize my picture. I could change it and choose another, or I could just push OK. This will be a very plain book that she's reading, but you'll get the drift. Okay, that one didn't work out really beautifully. Okay, we'll do another one then. How about that? How live is it? I'm afraid that Photophonia is going to mess with me just a little bit on the webinar. And then another little hack trick that you can do is you can go into the Google search bar and you can say websites like photophonia.com, and you can find other image editing programs, and they're very, very fun. I will show you actually. Let's go ahead and just let Photophonia be its old bad self. I'll show you some of my images on Facebook. We'll go to my Lash FX page.
So Jill, you just totally taught me.
I did? Yay!
You just totally, yes, I didn't know that you could type into Google websites like something and it gave
So here's the image this morning that I put up with the picture in the snow. You can see I laid over my my logo, Lash FX Academy, and then I added some text that just reminded you guys of the date and the time. I will take you real quick to my pictures, my photos. By the way, if you haven't visited Lash FX Professional Eyelash Extension Supplies on Facebook, go visit. Take a look around. Go visit Directly Successful. That's my friend Kelly's spot. Well, I'm going to take you through here, and I'll just pick one. Okay, here's an excellent example. This was done on Photophonia. I took my logo, Lash FX Academy, and I placed it on this latte or cappuccino or what have you, and got this made. Isn't that awesome? And it was like, you know, we start bright and early Monday morning. Come and join us. It was a great logo, great image. Here's another one. I chose Writing in the Sand, Volume Lashing, and put my little logo over the top. You can do some excellent things on these free. This is another example of it. Writing on, I didn't wait for a foggy, rainy day, you guys, and then draw, you know, volume webinar, October 13, 2014 on it. No, I went to my secret sauce places. I went to Photophonia. I went to the photo editing places that I love to visit online. So go ahead if you have a little time, and I will warn you, it's a little bit of a time suck because you're gonna. It's like Pinterest. You're just gonna be there, and you're gonna be like, oh, I could do this. Oh, let me just try this. So have a couple of ideas in mind of maybe something for Valentine's Day coming up. Maybe some images that you want to do, or if you're doing a promotion, and then you can get those going on. So that is Photophonia, and then last place that I want to show you, I want to take you to, is a place called Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com is one of my favorite things in the world. Fiverr is where I had my jingle written, and Kelly happened to mention a few minutes ago about how I collect. I do people's lashes, my models' lashes, and I collect little video snippets. It's about 8 or 9 seconds long of them opening their eyes and then turning toward the camera, me, you know, in air quotes, and smiling. Those are, for me, like the money shots. And I collect those of every single model that I do, every single volume set that I do. And I knit those together. And I wanted music in the background. I wanted music that was mine. So I wrote a song. I wrote the lyrics, and I had someone, one of the professional gig artists here on Fiverr.com, write the music, sing it, and sound master it for me for, I'm not kidding you, a song. It's called Fiverr.com because their rates start at $5. for anything. So don't spend a whole bunch of money here if you can do some of these things yourself, of course. But if you want to get really cool video of your logo with some music in the background so that you can you know, put it on the beginning of your videos or place it on your Facebook, etc. Fiverr is the place to go. So FIVERR.com. And we could scroll through here for another hour and a half together looking at all the different things they do. But you can get cartoons and caricatures made up. I had one time a cartoon caricature made of a mascara brush who was the enemy because I was always talking about over brushing the lashes. And I had a cartoonist for $5 draw a set of cute little purple-headed, you know, purple-tipped mascara brushes that were like, you know, the bad guys. One time what else did I do? Oh, I made 3D reveals of my logo. I had the logo flat like you saw on the cappuccino thing, and they took that 2D and they made it into a 3D moving, it looks like the credits to a movie. It was really cool with cool sound effects behind it. They have video and animation, writing and translation. You can get proofreading done, creative writing, all kinds of things. This is a great resource. So especially the busier you are as a lash artist, the more you're going to feel this self-imposed glass ceiling up over your head. You're going to feel like you're getting a little bit too big for the room. As you get successful and you fill your book and you do more and more clients and your business is building, you're going to feel like you don't have time for anything else, or that you need to clone yourself at the very least. Resources like this can help you. It's called outsourcing. And paying someone else, especially when you can pay them a very reasonable price to do something that is just on your to-do list, okay, and maybe not something that's of ultimate importance for you to do it exactly your way and in your voice. But you can coach these people when you hire them for the gigs. You can say, use this picture and create this. They're wonderful, and they always show their reviews and their portfolio of their work so that you can see it and you can kind of prove to yourself that, yeah, it's worth spending the $5 there. There are many people who deliver within 24 hours, which is very cool. Then you don't have to wait. You get instant gratification as well. So I hope you guys have learned some really cool tips today. And those of you who are here as guests, I did promise a look into our Volume Mastery Online. So I'm going to take you to the lashlife.com, which is where I house all of my courses. And this isn't me, Jill, the administrator. This is me, my alter ego, JP 2014, so I could give someone a tour of what it looks like. If you signed up for Volume Mastery Online 2.0, we have a new enrollment period opening up today through February 5th, through February 6th, through the end of the week. We are starting February 5th on Thursday with a brand new session. If you were to sign up for Volume Mastery Online, you would go to thelashlife.com and you would have your own login and password, and then you have this private page that no one else except for other members in that course can see. And you would click on the course. There are some people actually who have taken multiple courses with me, so they actually...
And Jill, just to let you know, I have posted your link for your enrollment in the chat box.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Was so good to work as a team. We have to do this more often. Awesome. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
So then you open up, and then it shows you all the modules. Like, just for instance, let's go to module number 2, and you'll see that there are embedded videos. Those are the module lessons. There's always a little intro to each of them. And then there's a lesson. Some of them are half an hour long. Some of them are 18 minutes long. You just saw everything kind of resize magically. I used an embedded video reader or player that will actually, whether you're watching this on your smartphone or your tablet or your PC or your laptop or your 7-inch tablet versus your full-size tablet, it will automatically resize to the largest player possible in the highest definition. So then you can click the play button and watch and learn, and then later you can hand in your homework, show your pictures, and then I will make video responses to your homework. And I make a video just for you. Now, it's not just for you to watch, it's for the entire community to watch, because if you've ever been in a class, I'm always reminded of the painting classes when I wanted to be a fine artist. I had this wonderful painting instructor, Mr. Jensen, Richard Jensen. He was fabulous. And we always did group critiques on Thursdays. And we would go in, and if you were up, you had to put your painting up no matter what stage of the process you were in. And everybody made comments, critiques, helpful suggestions, etc., on what they saw or how you were moving along in your project. And yeah, in the beginning, you're just waiting and waiting till it's your turn to get up there and to be critiqued. But when you start having these light bulb moments and you realize that you're learning something from every single critique in the community, then you really start getting value out of the entire course, not just the couple of moments where you're up in the spotlight front and center. So I make these video responses, and I ask everyone all the time to please watch them all. They're very, very valuable. In our group, we also have a private Facebook group. It's a secret private Facebook board where we hold live office hours, normally on Monday mornings and Monday afternoons at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time and 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I hold live Facebook hours, and we do stuff just like we did today with those questions that Kelly answered so brilliantly. I bring a topic to the Facebook page, and we roll. And we have had such successful engagement with one another and great chats, made each other laugh, shared photos. I've been able to illustrate concepts that were just kind of nagging at them. So the live Facebook office hours happen 2 times every single Monday, except for the first Monday of every month when we do a live webinar class, just like you're attending today. So we have various different levels of engagement in this course. It is online, but I have to say, online courses are so much more than they used to be. The high definition of the videos that I can put out, the clarity of the videos, the close-up shots that I can put out are closer than any in-person class that you've ever. How many of you, if you just use the raise your hand feature, have been in a wonderful continuing education class? But when it comes to the demo, when the educator is doing the demo, all you see are elbows and iPhones, because you can't even get your eyes or your shoulders in there to see the demo, because everyone's just trying to get their phone in there or their iPad in there to take a little video so that they can personally view it later. It's really hard. Well, we can put this in such high definition and such close-up for you, so you can see me making those volume fans or using a different tweezer or dressing and tuning my tweezers so that my tweezers always work for me. Little tips and tricks. You can see them in very, very close-up and high definition. So online education is the future, guys, and I know it's really hard to wrap your head around it when you think the only way you've ever had your lash education is in an in-person class. It's extremely convenient. You get to stay at home with your family. You don't have to skip appointments. You can come here and do this in a self-paced manner, and you can go through Module 1 on one weekend, and you can leave it for 2 days and you can come back, or you can leave it for 3 weeks while you go on vacation and come back, or you can take it with you on your tablet and come back. Now, anybody who is interested in joining us, and many of you who I gave the guest pass to have been emailing me and messaging me about when the next enrollment would start, I want to let you know that if you do enroll in this period, in this enrollment period, I will give a 7-inch Android tablet to any of you as a bonus gift for joining and for coming to this webinar today, to our live class and visiting with us. So a little bonus gift for you. And our last students, there are a lot of them in our current session. And the sessions are always current, I must say. I have to share with you that there's no end to the course. Even if you decide that you're going to use our handy-dandy payment plan instead of paying for your course all up front, if you're going to make payments of $97 a month, it doesn't finish for you when your payments finish or when you finish the modules, because every Monday we have live office hours. The forum and the questions and answers and responses and discussions are lively 24/7. Every month, the beginning of the month, the first Monday of the month, we have a live web class with no repeats. There's so many things to talk about, to learn about, and to strategize about when it comes to marketing your new skills or even learning them or grasping them with better clarity. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to just give you a little quick stroll through. I wish I could actually play some of the videos for you, but they would come out kind of gobbledygook. Plus, these guys have actually, paid dearly for the private access to those. So I thank you for the time. Remember all of our wonderful tips and tricks and the links like Photophonia, PicMonkey, what is it called? Iconosphere, the one that I love so much. Kelly, I wrote a note on a piece of paper when I muted my microphone. There's so many wonderful tips and tricks. If you guys have any more questions, please go ahead and type them into the chat bar, and we can field those questions for you. I'll scroll down to the more recently.
Iconosquare.com, Jill.
Oh, thank you, iconosquare.com. I know I wrote it in my little tablet when I muted. I didn't want you to hear me crinkling paper and flipping through my notebook, so I kept muting myself. Oh, wonderful, Kelly. It looks like some are so happy to hear about your courses. I'm really, really happy. You should take them. I'll be with you in the course. You'll hear from me. I'll hear from you.
We've already got people signing up. It's exciting.
That's wonderful. I love it. That's great. I hope you guys had, if you will write in the chat bar or in the question bar any of your questions, but also any of your comments. Is there something that you just was your major takeaway today, your major cool tip? Sean asks, on the online class, can you watch the video over and over again? Yep, Sean, it's a resource for you. It's there for you for as long as I can possibly ever keep that website going. So barring anything like, the World Wide Web changing, it's there for you as a constant resource. You can go back, you can watch again, you can remind yourself. I always say when things get really kind of fun and complicated, that's when we start reinventing the wheel as lash artists. Gosh, anything in life we kind of do. We start reinventing the wheel, and then we wonder why things go wrong. And as we're troubleshooting, we can't find the answer. That's when you go back to the videos again. You go back to the basics, and you cover it, and you go, that's where I changed it. That was the variable that I can change again to get back on track. Someone said, Nyoka says, I'm a beginner to the volume lash world, and can I take your Lash FX webinar class even if I'm associated with another lash company? Thank you for asking that, because that's a brilliant question. Nyoka, some people know me pretty well from my years online in different forums and stuff. My classes, I do, full disclosure, I own Lash FX Professional Eyelash Extension Supplies, but my classes are brand neutral. I am Lash FX, Jill Heijligers-Peloquin. That's me. It's my heart and it's my passion. But I'm not teaching you to use my products and my products only. We discuss any brand. Any of my students will tell you we discuss Nova Lash, Platinum Bond qualities. We discuss using extreme products or anything. And we're not dissing products, don't get me wrong. But lash artists who are professionals need to choose the things that are correct for them in their back bar. And their educators need to check their egos at the door and be able to be helpful and to mentor people no matter what brand they're using. So yes, of course, you are more than welcome. And if you are a trainer for another company, yes, you are more than welcome. I will ask you to do the honorable thing, and I'll have you sign an agreement that says that you, won't lift my copyright protected content and use it on your own. It's for your personal professional growth. But yeah, other than that, please, I think that we all need continuing education. I need continuing education, so maybe I'll come to you if you are an educator in the future. We all need to get our continuing education, and we need to do it constantly. If we don't keep that carrot just away from our grasp, we'll just sit there and rest on our laurels, and the rest of the world is going to just speed right by us. Someone says, oh, here's a really cool question. Okay. If we ever compete in something like Lash Wars, how do we keep your secret tips and tricks secret while we're doing lashes in the competition? Oh, Jennifer, whatever I teach you is your tool in your pocket. All I ask is that you don't reteach it or don't pass yourself off as me teaching it. But I want you to use them. So yes, if you're going to be in Lash Wars, I'm going to be there and watch you, and I'm going to hope that you win, girl. But yeah, you go ahead, and if you use any of the tips or the techniques that I teach you, of course, you be proud of it. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not afraid of teaching anybody, including other educators, any of the tips, techniques, or strategies that we teach in our course. What I just ask is everyone do the honorable thing. And if you are an educator yourself, to come up with your own original ideas to teach in your classes. So she says she hopes to compete one day. Don't worry about it, Jennifer. Be proud of it. I'm really glad that they're working for you. So yes, do it. I want you to sign up for Lash Wars. I'm going to email you reminders. Yeah. Nyoka says, thank you so much. Stephanie says, you've covered exactly what I've been looking for in branding. This is great. I'm so glad. I'm glad. And I hope that it has been inspirational. If anyone else has any other questions, please go right ahead. And if not, then we're going to go ahead and call it an amazing day. I'm going to put Kelly's links to her Directly Successful page and whatnot up on the screen. And I will stick around for another 5-10 minutes to answer questions about volume lashing courses or lashing in general. But we'll stop the recording so that we don't have a lot of hemming and hawing on the recorded version. So thank you very, very much, everyone, for coming. I know you're busy, and I know some of you actually moved appointments aside to be here. So that is wonderful. Thank you for that. Kelly, you are so awesome. Thank you for coming to be with me today.
Thanks for having me. This was super fun. It's, as you said, we both have been saying all day how nice it is to actually do a webinar with someone else instead of being the one looking at the questions, making sure everything's going well. So thank you so much for inviting me. And someone asked if the special price was for a certain time, and it is. It goes until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, and I'm going to link to the little countdown ticker in the chat bar, if that's okay.
You can put it up actually on the screen if you want to, so that everyone can see. Do you need to do that, or?
Oh, I could do that. I'll do both. How about that?
Yeah, you got it.
Because some people might need to go and they don't want to just sit here and watch the countdown. But
yeah, absolutely. You don't have to watch the countdown.
Okay.
That would be terrible. But guys, because Kelly is giving a rockin' deal, and she is not the educator of of the Lash course. She's my special guest today, and out of the goodness of her heart, she gave you all those great tips. So I said, please give my peeps a great deal, but it is fair to do it for a limited time. But I think you should jump. If you're tempted, I think you should pounce on it, because I'll be in that class as well. I'll be a full paying member just like you. And I'll be learning along with you and gleaning new tips and techniques. And then hopefully we'll have Kelly back in one of our future live webinar classes. Remember, I mentioned that they are monthly. March, the first Monday in March, we're going to have a very famous lash manufacturer on, and we're going to talk all about actually the literal making and quality control procedures about our lash supplies. Good secret stuff that if you tell anybody else, we may have to give you a set of concrete boots. No, just kidding. It's going to be wonderful info, stuff that's rarely talked about and rarely shared in the industry, and so I hope that you'll become a member and join us.
Can you
This is cool. This is cool. So 3 more hours we've got, guys, for you to take Kelly up on her offer, and I hope so. I'll have some of you here. And regardless, we just hope that you had a good time today, and we're glad that you made it.
Yeah, and if they want to, get their downloadables and stuff like that, there's more information over there on that page as well about this. So you don't have to decide right this very second, but I would encourage people not to let this go by. I also, one of those secrets you can't let out. I can't let this out that I made this deal for you, Jill, because I'll be handed to me from past.
Okay, well, we will keep it a secret then. We'll keep this deal a secret. No problem.
All right.
Thanks for attending, guys. I know you're busy and you probably have clients waiting on you or family members who need your attention if it's your Monday off. So we certainly appreciate you. I'm just going to turn off the recording. So I'm wishing an official farewell.